Okay, so here's another day, another project. So right now I'm getting ready to make a new asparagus patch. So what I did to start off is I just mowed the grass down real low, put this cardboard down on top of it, and I'm gonna dump compost on top of that. I'm gonna make probably two rows on that row, right? And I'm gonna probably come over here a little bit further and put another row. And I'll probably do at least 2, maybe 4 rows of asparagus, starting from seed from our seeds actually that our plants produced this year. So I'm just getting the beds ready, and that's all there is. Just do that and then just dump the compost on. Actually, the compost that I'm using is homemade compost. It's not quite done yet, but it'll finish composting on the ground. It's actually pretty good looking compost, but it's like I say, it's not done. There's still a lot of big debris in there, but it'll be fine in there. Right there's a worm. When I was shoveling it out of the bin, it was a lot of worms in there. There's another worm. But anyways, I'll show you how we do it. All right, so here I am at the original compost corner here at DHT. I got 4 bins of compost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 5 bins. And there's my mixer that you'd seen in a previous video. Is it running? So what I'm doing now, what I'm gonna do now is taking this compost right there down to the asparagus patch, which is way down there. There's no way you could see where it is from here. It's way down there. I got fair many steps to make every wheelbarrow load, but I just want to show you where it was. I will set up and show you a couple shovelfuls, but it takes a fair bit of time to shovel it out, so I won't show you the whole thing. But anyhow, that's where we are. Okay, so there's a wheelbarrow, not quite full, but full enough. That stuff's pretty wet, as you've seen in the high speed. But there's a lot of critters in there, a lot of soil life in there. It's not quite broke down, but it's good enough for what I'm going to use it for. It'll start them asparagus seeds quite well this winter, so we'll see how they end up turning out. But I just wanted to show you. One round up here. There's some asparagus ferns that we cut down. We got some of the berries off of the seeds, but anyhow, that's where they are. So just wanted to show y'all. One thing I don't think I mentioned, when you put the cardboard down, you got to overlap it. It's overlapped. It's overlapped probably a foot, maybe a little better. So I'll do that the whole way down through there. I'll come back to this after I get all the compost down, and I'll discuss it. But right now I'm gonna put the camera away and get some work done. All right, so I got all the compost out of that bin. It's immature, but so now I got 2 open bays for fall leaves. And this is the last wheelbarrow load. Actually, I'm surprised it filled it up. Well, for the most part, filled it up. It's not fully matured, but there are a lot of worms in there. I've seen half a dozen worms per shovelful, probably close to that. And there's some roly-polies and stuff in there too. Yep. So that's my compost pile for the asparagus patch. So I'm gonna go down and dump this last little wheelbarrow load and rake it out rather, and discuss what's gonna happen next. Okay, so I leveled it out, as you saw. I didn't have quite enough compost to finish it all out. Wish I did, but I don't. I have plenty of compost up there underneath that blue tarp. Yeah, so I have plenty of compost. I was gonna put another layer of that on this, but I wasn't gonna use that as the base. But now I have to, so that's fine. So it'd probably take 5 wheelbarrow loads 5 wheelbarrow loads on this, so I'll finish that up yet this evening. And after that I'll probably call it a day, and then I'll come back to this in a week or two and let it lay there, sit there and cure for a while and see how it does before I put the seed in. But this time of year the leaves are beautiful. You can see leaves in the background here. Pretty here. It's in the mountains. It's 50 couple degrees outside. It's supposed to be down to 42 tonight. Last night it was 41. My wife told me in her hometown it frosted last evening, which it didn't do that here, thank goodness, but it's just a matter of time. 41 last night, it's going to be 40, I think 40 again tonight, so after that it's going to warm back up for a little bit, but they will. It's that time of year, so we kind of learn to live with it. Okay, there's the cedar. It's not the best in the world, but it does a pretty decent job. And they do have an asparagus plate. I thought there was. It's the same as your radish. Leeks, asparagus. I just checked the spacings. They're a little closer together than I'd like. I thought about putting a piece of tape over every other one of those, but I don't know. It'll do what it does. The seeds seem to dry out pretty good. From yesterday till now, they're dry. No stickiness. There's still a little bit of the husk on there, but not too much. So, but right now it's raining outside. But I'm gonna still get these in the ground one way or the other tonight. And then after I get these in, I'm gonna plant some peas in there just so I have a cover crop in there. The peas should germinate this fall yet, I'm gonna guess. These won't germinate till spring. These seeds will stay in the ground all year long. So you got to put your seed plate in, pour your seeds on, set the depth to between a quarter and a half inch, and they'll germinate after the ground comes back up to 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're getting ready to plant. So hopefully it don't rain on me too hard till I get done. So I got the seeds in and the plates in. The seeds are in. Since it's raining outside, I'm going to put this shower cap over the top of it. Put that over the hopper so the hopper don't fill full of water while I'm out there trying to seed the asparagus. And again, this wasn't my idea. I'm not smart enough to come up with stupid ideas like this, so I won't give no one credit, but the lady behind the camera is the genius behind this idea.
Hello.
The rest of it's mine. This was hers, so you know. She'll figure it out one of these days. Alrighty, it's raining. I got all the asparagus planted. I'm gonna put some seeds in as a cover crop, and I'm not gonna plant over the rows I just put in. I'm gonna put probably 3 rows of peas in between the 2 rows of asparagus. I'm only putting them in there just to get some roots in the ground this year, because you gotta have roots in the ground. None of that peas will fix nitrogen. They should germinate this fall. If they don't, they'll germinate in the spring. But either way, they'll grow really good, and then they'll die off. They won't be hard to control. But if we get peas out of them, fine. If not, I'm just wanting for the cover crop anyway, not the pea. But so I changed the plates. Changed the plate in the you can't see them in there, but I changed the plate for peas, and I put peas in it. Put this back over, and I changed the depth. It was at 3/8. Now I got it at about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just gonna get down there and plant the peas, and after that we'll wrap up. if you were wondering why I was pausing a few times in there, them big clumps of dirt just wouldn't cut through it. So I'd stop and move it out of the way and keep on going. So that's why I paused. So I'm gonna wrap up here in a minute. All right, I got the asparagus patch done. That bed's complete till spring. Then we'll figure something out from there. I'll probably mulch it in the spring with something maybe, I'm not sure. Definitely will use cover crops in it for a year or two, and after that I'll probably quit. But the peas in there right now that I put in, they should germinate this fall, but if they don't, they'll definitely germinate in the spring. The ground might be too cold for them. It's been getting cold lately. As you can hear, it's pouring down the rain. That's why I'm in the greenhouse. It's not as raining as hard as it sounds, but it's raining pretty hard. But I had that many asparagus seeds left. It's a fair many, not a whole pile of them, but it's a fair many. So if anybody wants any asparagus seed that you've watched me harvest in yesterday's video, let me know. We'll figure out how to get them to you. And what we want for them. So first come, first serve. Whoever wants them, just let us know. We'll figure out how to get them to you and how you can pay me for them or whatever, shipping or whatever. We'll figure it out. There's a certain person that watches me pretty regular. I'd probably give some to them, but they would have to request them. I'm not gonna mention their names, but anyhow, they like and comment pretty much every video I put out, so I would probably give them, and they actually commented about wanting to do some asparagus in last night's video, so I'd probably give them a pack of seeds. Hopefully they'd grow for you. If you want, let me know. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm gonna go in and edit. Took me about a week probably to get this completed, just because everything going on and getting dark early and whatnot. It drives me nuts this time of year. And actually in 2 more weeks we got to turn the time back, which I hate. So yeah, I got 3 rows of peas, 2 rows of asparagus. I double planted it. So yeah, until we meet again, as always, take care and God bless.